All right, this last story comes from New Republic. MAGA has total meltdown over Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. Cecil, I'm about to surprise you like you've never been surprised before. I watched that halftime show.
I bet you did. You watch a lot of the halftime shows, I'm sure.
Yeah, I watched the halftime show. Like they had it on YouTube and we found it. And we're like, I watched the halftime show.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was, I personally, like, I don't like Kendrick Lamar's style. Like, it's not my style. I know he's great. I know he's won a Pulitzer Prize. Don't send me your emails about how I don't appreciate him. Like, it's my fault. I just don't like it. I'm sure it's amazing. It's just a style I can't get into. Loved the show, though.
Yeah, I thought the show was amazing.
Show was great.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much great symbolism in there, like a lot going on. It was really an interesting show. Music's not for me, but like fucking great show.
I have a Kendrick Lamar station on Pandora that I listen to all the time. So I like his stuff. So I actively like his stuff. And so I listen to that, and like it actually, because it's Pandora, it does its thing. So it starts picking things out. And then of course it drops itself back to like 90s rap, starts working its way in there too. So it's actually really cool. It's got a lot of I would think of as new rap, and then a lot of older stuff, and it's Pandora, so it mixes it all up, and it's a lot of fun. So, but yeah, I know his work, and I listen to it, and I enjoy it. I thought that the sound quality on that was terrible for the live show. I didn't watch a YouTube video of it, so I don't know if it's better.
It was pretty bad. It was
terrible
really bad.
Live. It was awful live.
It was very hard to understand.
It's hard to hear him. His vocals were down too low. It was really bad in that sense. And so if someone were to say, technically, I didn't think that this was a good thing, that's fine. But what you have is the whitest people you know saying that mayo is extra spicy.
Yeah,
like,
man.
That's basically what's happening here.
Exactly it,
and
man.
I you know, one of the things that I read this week that I think is really, and I think it was something even Barack Obama had said years ago, and it's like, any authentic American culture is Black culture. Like the rest of it is all, if it's like, especially because Black people have been here longer than most people, like certainly longer than me, like my ancestors, like I'm a second generation person. Right. So most Black people have been here for, another 200 or 300 years longer than I've been here, or my parents were, my grandparents showed up on a boat. So it's like, the real authentic stuff that we have in this in the United States, the stuff that's worth anything, the music, the dancing, the food, a lot of that can be attributed to Black culture.
Sure.
And I think, we're seeing this rubber band snap back right now where people are like really up in arms about, giving Black people any space, right? There's, you see the pushback on DEI, you see all this pushback, this sort of white centering that's happening. And this was just a big slap in the face to them, and they fucking hated it. And you could see how much they fucking hated it.
Yeah, and like I want to let them say how much they hated it. So I'm going to read right from this fucking article, this fucking horrible racist shit. That's just what it is. It's just horrible racist shit. It's not like, look, it's not like when I started off by saying like, Kendrick Lamar's music is not for me. That's a taste thing, right? That's not what these guys are criticizing. That's not what they're saying. Here's what they said. The halftime show you just watched is clearly the regime's response to Trump's historic gains with Black people. That makes no sense. Matt Gaetz wrote it. Raise your hand. It makes no sense at all. The regime? What regime? What regime? Also, like, no, nothing about that made sense. Raise your hand if you survived the Black nationalist Super Bowl halftime show. That was Eric Doherty.
Nice.
Hey, NFL, the Trump won. We no longer let talentless, mumbling, pagan, satanic cultists do halftime shows and pretend like people like it. That's Benny Johnson.
Fucking yikes.
Yup. This is nothing to do with like, hey, sometimes things just aren't my taste. That's fine. That's fine. Not everything's your fucking cup of tea. I get that. There's going to be people that don't like the things you like. The way that they're talking, they're like, hey, I don't like that a Black guy was doing it. I don't like that there was a Black guy up there with a strong message about America. Like the dance, if you guys didn't see it, like the dance numbers, the dancers were all wearing red, white, and blue. And they were moving in and out of these like formations as they were dancing. And the formations were incredibly like powerfully symbolic. There were parts of it that matched with the music where the American flag would, through the dancers that formed it, would separate or divide to represent a divided America. It's very clever.
Yeah.
They do not want to see a black man. And also, by the way, all of the dancers were black and all the performers were black.
Sam Jackson was Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam and Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
So he was playing a dual role there. There's a lot of clever shit going on. Like, and then like you had Serena Williams up there. And Serena Williams was out there dancing. Like,
do you know why she was there?
I don't know why she was there. No.
So this is a little dig at Drake. She used to be, I think, date Drake. And
for the diss track.
That whole song is a diss track on Drake. And she was crip walking during that song. They did the video. They showed her during that song. He had brought
that's
the guy
fucking
he's
funny.
Attacking his ex out so that
that's fucking great, man.
It's like kind of amazing, actually. It's really like, I mean, like when you think about how intricate all that stuff was, it was really intricate.
And they like the Republican white establishment does not want to see a powerful black man making a commentary about America.
Yeah. And
they don't want to see that.
Unapologetically black commentary.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. They fucking cannot handle that because it threatens their hegemony. That's exactly, it's it.
Yep.
It threatens their hegemony.
Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this week. We're going to have a long form show that's kind of about loneliness. So I don't know. We can't do anything really positive, but hey,
why
there's
are we
going to be
recording this one from afar too?
There's going to be a patron one that's going to be coming out in a week after that. So if you're a patron, you'll get a funny show next time. But we're going to be doing this article from The Atlantic on the anti-social media. And so that's going to be coming out on Thursday. Tom's going to read that article for patrons. So if you're a patron, you can check that out. And then we'll also have a patron show later on in the month. But we're going to leave you now, like we always do, with the Skeptic's Creed.
Credulity is not a virtue. It's fortune cookie cutter, mommy issue, hypno-Babylon bullshit. Couched in scientician, double bubble, toil and trouble, pseudo quasi alternative, acupunctuating, pressurized, stereogram, pyramidal, free energy healing, watered downward spiral, brain deadpan, sales pitch, late night info docutainment. Leo, Pisces, cancer cures, detox, reflex, foot massage, death and towers, tarot cards, psychic healing, crystal balls, Bigfoot, Yeti, aliens, churches, mosques and synagogues, temples, dragons, giant worms, Atlantis, dolphins, truthers, birthers, witches, wizards.
You wouldn't be surprised to hear that I'm
nuts
about you.
Shaman healers, evangelists, conspiracy, doublespeak, stigmata, nonsense. Expose your sides. Thrust your hands, bloody, evidential, conclusive. Doubt even this.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/dissonancepod. Help us spread the word by sharing our content. Find us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Threads, all under the handle @dissonancepod. This show is CAN-credentialed, which means you can report instances of harassment, abuse, or other harm on their hotline at 617-249-4255 or on their website at creatoraccountabilitynetwork.org.